Cast off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different than the crowd. And I push that agenda just so we don't have to follow any trend, so we could follow the inner voice, our inner spirit, the things God put in our heart. And a lot of times we kill our beliefs, kill what we stand for, and won't even listen to what God telling us what to do because we too busy following a trend or what cool people tell us was cool. And so that's what cast off mean to me, being who you are even when it's unpopular, for real. Respect everything and everybody. You lead with respect. You give the same respect to that homeless man than you would give to your supervisor or a billionaire. You give that same respect to a person who can't defend themselves because they weak. You give them the same respect you would give to a killer or a heavyweight champion. You give everyone respect. The moment you pick and choose, like, I'm gonna disrespect her and I'm gonna respect him, you ain't nothing but a weak, disrespectful weasel. You treat everyone with respect. When you walk in the room, you speak. If you almost bump into someone, you say, excuse me. You don't interrupt a man when he talk. And if you accidentally do it, you apologize for it. You be respectful. Being respectful, you will get respect because you are teaching people how to treat you when you being a respectful man. Total self-accountability. Total self-accountability. If it don't get done, it's my fault. It ain't no one else's fault, because the moment we blame someone, we take ourselves off the hook and we will never get it done. Because when we blame someone, we make that person our God. We can't get nothing done because that person won't let us. That means we give all our power away. But the moment we take total self-accountability, like, it's my fault if it don't get done, that means we can make corrections, but we don't want to do that. We want to pat ourselves on the ass and take ourselves off the hook and blame everyone else for our BS. And when we do that, we can never make a change in our life for the better, because it's their fault, for real. Too many times we hero worship. Somebody have a good message or a good word that can impact people's life and can impact your life. And guess what? You won't even listen to them because you looking at the messenger. This person got a word or could tell you some things that could change and impact your life forever, but you will close your ears because you don't like that person, or you heard some dirt on that person, or that person did some dirt and you want to close your ears. And then it could be a person who you think is just perfect, who you think could walk on water, and they could piss in your motherfucking face and tell you it's raining and you will eat it all up. Because you hero worship. Man, we grown men. You don't know who you could learn something from. But we sit there and kill the messenger. Don't pay attention to the messenger. Pay attention to the message, for real. Some people are just simply distractions. Some people got some good words to give. They speak it from experience. Some they didn't live. Some they didn't really study. And then the person who ain't really studied something, heard some small bits of something, and just a regurgitator. Haven't been through the exact same thing this person talking about, but they giving their opinion. And this person leading and they moving forward, and this person distraction. They want to go back and forth and debate. We can't even talk about what we need to talk about because this person want to go back and forth talking about some stuff. They have no idea what they talking about. And so when you around that person who you know simply just a distraction, you got to understand you can't make sense to a stupid motherfucker who have no sense and understand exactly who he is. He ain't nothing but a distraction. For real. Too many times we lack perspective. I would never do that. I would never do that. I know myself. You don't know what you would do a lot of times until you in that situation. And that's an arrogant way of thinking. And what happens is the universe will test your ass. I would never do that. Okay, let me see. And send your ass through the exact same thing just to humble you so you can have empathy for people and see things from other people's perspective, because we so arrogant. I know myself. I know myself. Yeah, you know yourself right now in that condition. But what if the conditions was different? Would you still act that way, or would you still do the same thing? So you don't know what you would do a lot of times until you in that person's shoes, or you had to go through the exact same thing. So we got to humble ourselves for real. We got this old stoner mentality, this old herd mentality, run with the herd, follow the trend. And when someone on the ground getting stoned, guess what we do? We pick up a stone and join right in with the crowd, stoning the person, knowing we probably do the exact same thing or something even worse. We sit there and criticize. We sit there and judge people, knowing we got shit that we don't want nobody to find out about. That's why I love that part in the Bible when the Pharisees was about to stone that lady because she was having sex with someone. And they asked Jesus what they should do. He ain't argue with them. He ain't pick up a stone. He told them those without sin cast the first stone. And all of them know their life was full of sin too. They put down their stones one by one. But look at us. We sit there and criticize people like we holier than thou. Knowing if we was exposed for our thoughts and some of the things we did, we probably worse than that person we throwing stones at and criticizing for real.